I mean, what would I say to him? I think I'd just sort of look at him over the console, smile, press a few buttons.
I think I just hide. in case, apart from the shock of time travel and thinking of all the things I could have done, I've just discovered time travel, and I'm still trying to make bloody Doctor Who. I think I would have hidden just in case I influenced him to do anything differently from the way he did the first time, because that was all perfect. So
I've kind of done it.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
In real terms.
What did you say to him?
Don't pick that one, pick that one.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got time for one last one. I think, was it over here? Yes.
Hi, my name is
Hello.
Sarah.
Hi.
I'm from New York.
Yes.
Great, love New York.
My question's to all four of you. I know we kind of walked through saddest and scariest, but what has been your proudest moment in your terms during Doctor Who?
I've got one. Actually, and as it's New York, it's personal to you. At the first screening we did in New York for the 11th hour, we sort of had no idea what was coming, and it was this, you guys go wild for it over there. And it was just a real moment. It was in this really sort of old, archaic, beautiful theatre in East Village, and it was just cool. I was like, yes, New York. Anyway.
I'm proud of that, guys. Anybody else willing to confess to the sin of pride?
10th of December 2003, about, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, trying to put my dinner jacket on, which always gets thinner every year. And getting a phone call from my agent saying they want you to do a 2-part Doctor Who. That was it. I'm just thinking, oh my God, really, I'm going to write Doctor Who. Me? I'm going to write Doctor Who. Actually, me, I'm going to do that. I thought that was my proudest moment, and I realised that I'd get a chance to do a Doctor Who. Oh, how things worked out.
Marcus?
I think standing in a car park at 4 in the morning, which we'd just blown up in the anniversary, and standing there with Nicker and the director and going, I think we might have just gotten away with this.
Jenny, you get the last word.
Oh, there's so many because there's so many things like this today at the BBC Proms, and so many things that no other TV show has. And I got to listen to the Radiophonic Workshop doing the theme tune live in a studio the other day, and just kind of realising how big this is and how many people are part of it. And it's really overwhelming to see, because it is everybody's in that sense, and everybody has a story, everyone has their favourite Doctor, everyone has, so it's kind of being part of something so big. So there's lots of different moments.
And as it's the 50th anniversary, we're sort of gazing back to the beginning of this. I wonder which of you saw the Mark Gatiss' Adventure in Space into Time last night. What you?
I didn't see it last night. I've seen it many, many times before that, obviously.
What do you make of it? What does that say about the reason why we're all here?
I think the thing that most struck me, which I didn't expect, about that very, very beautiful piece of television, was that I expected to be most thrilled by all the perfect recreations of old Doctor Who stories, because I'm that sort of person. Tragic. But the thing that that really struck me was the beautiful evocation of that era. Both in the visuals and in Mark's writing, took you back to a completely different version of Britain. You realise that Doctor Who was born and developed somewhere else entirely. And yet it still works in exactly the same way. It's the same show. I mean, some people fuss about how different it is now. Do you know what? It's really not that different. It's moderated itself around different eras, but it's the same show that worked back then in that impossibly different fag end of the 50s as it was. That show that worked back then, that joined the family together to watch television, does exactly the same job in exactly the same way 15 years later, in a world they could not have imagined.
Marcus Wilson, Stephen Moffat, Jenna Coleman, and Matt Smith.